If you had a samurai duel a knight to the death, who would claim victory? Now, if we upped it up a notch and we had an entire army from feudal Japan take on an army from medieval Europe, more specifically the Teutonic Order, then who would claim victory? Which army would come out on top? Well, guys, we're going to find out today. We're playing Rome 2 Total War, and we're using a custom armies mod. Now, I will admit, it's a bit goofy. You can see all the factions here. They've got Game of Thrones factions. They've got medieval factions. They've got factions that were designed by prominent members from the Rome 2 community. It's obviously more of a fun and silly mod rather than to take something super seriously, and it's not going to be perfectly balanced. Now let's look at the factions and players and see what they're bringing to the table. We're going to start with the Feudal Japan factions. We have two players. We have Reaper King and Vano 92397. And you can see the units here. I don't know if this is going to mean much, because you don't really know what's what, but yeah, you can kind of see what they're bringing. Now looking at the Teutonic Order, and this is really going to confuse you, but we've got Sebastian, the Sea Gamer, and Constant Honey. So as you can tell, the unit cards are just Rome 2 unit cards, and they don't actually show medieval soldiers. So I don't know if this really helps you in terms of figuring out the army comp, but we're going to see the army units in detail once this battle begins. Now, obviously, this is not the most perfectly even match because the attackers, the Teutonic Order, has one whole army more than the samurai, but the Japanese units are on defense, so at least they have a little bit of a defensive advantage, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for them. Now, before we get started with this battle, I just want to say that I looked into the Palantir, and I've noticed that the Dark Lord Sauron is absolutely terrified of the Knights of Apollo. And surely he will be crushed if we can get the Knights of Apollo to 1 million strong. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. The sake of Middle-earth is in your hands. I'd also appreciate it if you'd lay siege to the like button. I want you to absolutely starve out that pesky like button. And finally, I just want to mention, don't forget to join my Discord. This is a beautiful Discord that has so many cool people that get together and play battles just like this one. If you want to take part in the community and join these fights, be sure to join the Discord, verify your account, and have some fun. So that is everything. Let's jump in and see who's going to take this battle. So the knights are moving forward and the battle is underway. Artillery opening fire, siege towers being pushed up. And guys, I just wanted to take some time here and show you some of these units really quick. It's about to begin, so we won't spend too much time, but check out this unit right here. They're called the White Cross Sisters, and it says the women of Lusitania are a force to be reckoned with. Let's zoom in here and check out these women. Let's check out. Wow, very feminine. Very feminine. So as I said, this is going to be a goofy battle. We do have a bit of a sally out. Naginata Riders charging out and catching the Knights, the Teutonic Knights, by surprise. And we've got Northern Crusaders, medium melee infantry trying to hold their own. I like the aggressive play here by the samurai. So the samurai, it's going to be difficult for them. And the reason for that is because samurai aren't actually really known for using shields. So shields are very important in Rome 2. So I don't know if they're going to be able to withstand the onslaught of the skirmishers from the knights. I mean, that's one of their weak points here. So I think they're going to have to get really aggressive. Maybe use their bows really effectively against the enemy bows. We got some bokachi over here. This is so goofy. Just seeing these guys in Rome 2, it's so strange. But this is a lot of fun. I do like to do like these goofy mods every once in a while. And I do recommend you check it out. Just because if you're looking for a fun, goofy match to play with your friends, this is definitely it. But yeah, let's look at some of the more the knights, the Templar. We got Order bows. But look at this. They're skilled with both the art of the spear and bow. Each arrow is loosened with a whispered prayer. It is said they can strike a heretic's heart between the beats of his pulse. I mean, that's pretty epic. Press X to doubt, but very epic sounding. I definitely like that. We've got, look at these knights over here, the cross bearers. Very cool, like heavy, big shield, big spear. I love the spiral going down the spear. That looks really cool. We've got more order bows. We have the Grand Master's Honor Guard. These guys look like absolute units. And then we have the famous Teutonic Knights. They're ready to charge in whenever commanded. And we've got the Inner Circle Champions. This is the general of one of the armies. So pretty cool stuff. I mean, the units look really cool. And I'm excited to see them go into action here. But we do have one breach in the wall. Looks like they're going to try to bring down a little bit more of the walls. We've got some archers moving over here. The samurai moving their archers. And they're going to move them again because there's really nothing to shoot at. I was kind of confused why they were sending them up there in the first place because looks like this wall is about to crumble here. Well, it looks like oh, never mind. They're getting cold feet. It looked like the knights were going to charge in, but I think they're just trying to light the tower on fire. So these knights are going to just kind of sit back and throw their torches. And there's really not much that the samurai can do about this because, well, I mean, you got to charge out to stop them, and it's really not worth it. But it absolutely is worth the knights trying to destroy this tower and weaken the defenses, the defenses in any way possible. So this is a smart play by the knights to use these, what are they called? Common Northern Crusaders. The Northern Crusaders. So cool. It's a cool looking unit. But this has now been 100% lit on fire, and it will crumble in a matter of seconds here. Now, I do want to show off one of the samurai units because we do have another funny little thing. We've got the, hold on, let me show you the name. We got the Japanese levies. Let's zoom in on these guys. Yeah. Very Japanese looking, huh? I have no idea why the Japanese levies look like this. They just look like Celtic people. And then the rest of the Japanese look like Japanese. I mean, they look pretty close to Japanese. So I don't know why these guys just look like, you know, white dudes, but it is what it is. And they're charging in to go fight. This is our first clash of infantry against these two cultures. And oh, look at this. The knights getting some kills, getting some early kills. Now, to be fair, these are levy. So these are not, these are the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the samurai force. So it might look a bit overwhelming for them, but it's still very, very early. And we'll see what happens when they send in more professional troops, but they've got more Japanese levies that are doing the, like, Arabic la 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 sound. So clearly this unit is, I guess, originally from a desert faction of some sort, or an Arabic faction, or Persian faction, something of that nature. Anyways, here comes a charge of no Dachi Samurai. And this is a unit that's definitely going to put up a better fight than the levies. And I also like that the samurai have, like, traditional Western swords. They do not have katanas. No katanas in sight. No shields, no katanas. I mean, they wouldn't have shields, but so that's accurate, but I don't know. Do they have katanas? It kind of looks like they tried to make them look like katanas. The tip of the sword definitely looks like a katana sword, so it's like a hybrid. It's like a Western, you know, sword mixed with a katana. But it's pretty funny, and they have pushed back the Crusaders. They pushed them back. They're rallying up some more new Northern Crusaders, and they're going to go for another push here. Or at the very least, they're going to establish their position. Hold on. Nope, they're going to charge. Oh, they got some javelin capability. Oh, but so do the Nodachi samurai. And they're going to countercharge. There you go. A nice fight under the shade of this tree. When two worlds clash, who will take this one? Well, the balance of power is really concerning for the samurai, for the Japanese army here, because it looks bad. It looks like it's heavily in favor of the knights, but this could be misleading. The balance of power might be out of whack because this is a mod and we have different strange units here. So it could very possibly just be out of whack and not very accurate. So I wouldn't look at the balance of power as a measurement of figuring out who's winning this battle. I have no idea. And it seems the samurai are doing a good job of pushing back this initial attack. We even have the Teutonic Knights already being called up to the front line. It's like they're ready for this to be over with. They're sending in the cream of the crop, the Teutonic Knights. And now we've got some cross sisters here, Northern Crusaders. They're charging up. And I think they're going to go on a full-on attack here. Drop the little drawbridge to these siege towers and charge. Ooh, who do we have here? The Yumi Archers. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but they look pretty good. They look like samurai archers. And their description is, give a Cretan a bow, and he is worth his weight in silver. Doesn't really relate to the samurai, but very funny. And here we go. Now we've got infantry charging in. These knights. We've got this epic charge from the towers. The siege towers. And this is definitely full-on commitment for the knights. There's no more falling back. They're going all in. What is this guy? Look at this guy. He looks... he looks so out of place. Now the samurai charging into... what do we got here? The Sword Sisters? That's so funny. The Cross Sister, whatever they're called. Artillery's coming down as well. Trying to hit the reserves of the samurai. Got the Shurudu. I don't even know how to pronounce this. It looks like some kind of Naginata spear infantry. And they're just piling in troops. They're trying to play like the knights and set up a very tight formation of infantry to hold back the attackers. And there's the Templar. Let's watch the Templar in action here. Look at him. So cool. Trying to use that intimidation. It's pretty cool. You know what's cool about this? Is that the samurai and both the Templar, they have some very beautiful helmets that most likely were more used for intimidation than being practical. I mean, wearing a helmet like this with these big horns obviously isn't super practical, but it's very intimidating. It makes you look much larger. But the samurai also had some interesting helmets as well. I don't know, it's a cool clash of cultures having a similar concept. Now we've got archers coming in. It looks like actually javelin men. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. These look like ninja. The shinobi. Look at these guys. With their falk swords. And now they have axes. Oh, folks. Okay, interesting. But they're just throwing and trying to use their skirmish ability to soften up these crusaders. And they're definitely giving them a good fight. Now we got these Shashimi Samurai. I'm probably butchering these names, but I'm doing the best I can. All right, so now they're charging in these the samurai and really trying to make the Crusaders, the Teutonic Knights, really work for this spot. And they've actually broken these Crusaders. Very nice. Very, very early start. And that's what they need to do. They need to use the projectiles. They've got a Scorpion over here. Has 52 kills. It's a Greek Scorpion, so maybe, I don't know, some Greeks traveled to Japan and they joined the army. We'll just go with that. Then we got some fireballs of justice over here, which honestly, I don't know if they're going to go down this hill. They're probably going to fall this way. But it'll be interesting to see if he uses these fireballs later on in the battle. Here comes more siege towers with knights. Northern Crusaders. Look at them. They're about to flank the samurai. Really good move right here. They need to send up reinforcements to protect their rear. And they've got themselves surrounded. And here we go. Here comes reinforcements. The samurai charging in, crushing and fighting the Crusader soldiers. What are they called again? Northern Crusaders. These are like men of arms, I assume. Oh! Oh, that was cool. That was cool. That was a nice little number there. Oh! It's interesting, too, the different styles of swords as well. Where the Crusaders, the European swords, are more designed for penetrating, right? Because, like, they have to get through heavy armor to get to the enemy's flesh. Where the samurai, who tend to wear a little bit lighter of armor, have more of a slashing. The katana is more of a slashing sword. But here's the thing about the katana. These are amazing swords, you know, folded when being made by the blacksmith, you know, folded over and over and over. And the strength of these swords, I'd be really interested to see, and I'm sure someone's already done it, how the katana would perform. Whoa! That guy just levitated there for a second. Anyways, how the katana would perform against plate armor or chainmail or even leather armor or padded armor. So it'd be really interesting to see how that would play out. Now we got more units headed over this way. They've halted the main assault over here with all these towers. They pushed back the knights, and now they're sending in reinforcements to this main breach point where the artillery is broken down the section of wall. And more samurai come clashing in, and they're about to take care of these Teutonic Knights. How many kills do the Teutonic Knights have? Only 46. And this unit over here has 51. So they're not getting like an insane amount of kills, but they're certainly putting up a good fight for sure. And now we got archers. Look at this, guys. We got archers on the walls firing down on the, I think, the enemy archers. So we're having a bit of an archer battle. Oh, they are hitting these crossbows hard, and that is exactly what they need to try to win this battle, because like I said, they don't have a lot of protection against skirmishers. So if they can take out the enemy skirmishers before they become a big problem, that's going to be huge for the samurai. We do have a unit outside the city as well. I think they just broke and they've returned, so I don't think anything crazy is going to happen over there. But now we've got fresh units charging in from the Teutonic army, and they are going to continue to fight their way through this mess. And it does look like they're making some ground. And I'm looking at the samurai side. I'm looking at the Japanese warriors here. And you got to start to wonder, when do you call it quits? When do you fall back? Because they are starting to run out of reserves. And I think it would be better for them to kind of hold the choke points over here instead of trying to hold this position up here. But it's not going poorly. I mean, this is a really good spot right here, too. He's got the Bokachi opening fire and getting some good flanking hits on the sword side of these knights over here. So they're going to keep that up and keep trying to get some kills. I like that he's constantly cycling in his troops. I think that's where their strength is going to be. The cycle charging, you know, getting that charge bonus. Ooh, now we got a clash of units over on this side as well. Is he using a tower? Oh, there we go. How did he get up here? I guess he ran and then went to the side here. But he is trying to flank. I like to see that from the Teutonic Order, trying to use more flanks. I don't think he wants to be stuck. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yari Ashigaru. The Yari Ashigaru. Look at that. That's cool. That is so cool. Sashimi Samurai going in for another cycle charge. Trying to use shock tactics to break back the knights. Oh! The samurai are getting some right now. And look at, see how they're constantly cycling, and it's working. They're breaking some noble swordsmen. For the Teutonic Knights, let's see what they do. They're at 146 kills, so now they're starting to rack up some kills. But they're barely hanging on. They're down to 56 men. So I don't think they're going to last much longer. And they've kind of gotten themselves surrounded. The Core Templar finding themselves surrounded. This is not good for them, but they're going to go out fighting. They're going to look good. They're going to look good dying, all right? They're going to die in style. But I think he's trying to get them out of there. Or oh, no, they're breaking. Oh, this is trouble. This is trouble right here. The bows have now advanced, and they're now trying to... Oh, this guy got... Oh, he's getting hit. They're trying to use their crossbows to try to... try to weaken their numbers. And the fact that, like I said, they don't have shields, so they're going to be very vulnerable to archer fire. Oh, yeah. But the samurai archers are answering back. And they're trying to soften up their numbers over there. And the main infantry bloodbath. I mean, look at the carnage, guys. Look at the carnage of all the Templar or the Teutonics mixed in with the samurai. Whew. But it's only just begun. It's only just begun. And oh, here comes the long spear. The crossbearers. They're like Pavi's crossbowmen, or Pavi's spearmen. But they're going to fall back a little bit. They're not going to go in just yet. But the samurai are doing some work here. What do we got over here? Is hiding in the trees. Oh, giant ballista. That doesn't matter. I don't know what they're doing with that giant ballista. What do we have charging over here? The samurai. Look at them. They're mad. Let's see if they get any kills against this heavily armored infantry for the Teutonics. This is really cool. I don't see any kills. They just can't break through. All right, well, the Teutonics are now moving up their infantry. They had a little bit of a pause there, and now they're sending in the cross bearers. These are the heavy infantry. These are like the tanks here. They are going to be tough to kill. They're fully armored. They got massive shields. They've got these beautiful long spears, and they are crushing. Many samurai fall to that charge. And it's chaos in here. It almost looks like he's just pushing through them with brute force. And there's a counter charge by the samurai. And we've got another unit charging over here, but the center is open. And that's going to lead to this unit getting partially encircled. But it's not going to be much. It's not a ton of troops. They should probably send up reinforcements, though. Oh, and again, great positioning here with the Bokachi. Firing at the sword side, or spear side, I should say, of this unit. And that's definitely going to help them out a ton. They need to do the same thing over on this side, which I think they are. Is this unit firing? Has 112 kills. But I think they're holding their fire. They might be going for... Oh, nice play here by the Teutonic commanders, sending their order bows to try to scare off these samurai archers. But I'm curious to see, is he going to fall back? It looks like he does have some elites back here. He's got some Nodachi samurai. We've got the Naginata riders. So he might sit... we got a general. What does a general look like? This is the Naginata spears. Okay, very cool. So this is just going to be a meat grinder, but I think overall, the knights win the meat grinder. Like, this is not playing to the advantage of the samurai. So they got to keep what they're trying to do, you know, do cycle charges. Honestly, I would fall back a bit and see maybe they'll might make a mistake in the pursuit and leave open units to get flanked. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do. I just think if you're trying to hold against the Teutonic Knights like this, you play to their strength. Kind of the meat grinder frontline tactic is playing to the strength of the Teutonic Knights. Look at these knights. I mean, you got to imagine, like, both sides, they've got to be thinking, what is this? Who are these people? The strange armor. Another charge here by some noble swordsmen. Oh, 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 man. I tell you what, that was awesome. That was awesome. We've been getting some cool animations here. Oh, that guy just falls and dies. He's faking it. He noticed he was behind enemy lines. He's like, oh, time to fake my death. I'm not going to survive this if I keep fighting. We got a lone hero here. Let's see. Oh, look at him. He's like, where are you going? Yeah. Oh, dude. There is something so cool about watching knights battle samurai. What is it? It's like every little kid's dream. You know, when you're a little kid and it's like you got two different paths. It's like you have 4 different things that make your personality: dinosaurs, knights, samurai. Yeah, when I was a little kid, my big thing was Power Rangers. I had a big Power Ranger birthday when I was a little kid. Anyways, yeah, big battle going on here. Still fighting for this breach point. The samurai are not letting up. They're not giving up. And it really does seem like they're not going to fall back, which is disappointing because I wanted to see them use these fireballs, see if they can get some kills. But I'm looking at what's left of the Teutonic Knights, and there's a lot. There's a lot left. But it's getting pretty close. Honestly, it's getting pretty close in terms of numbers. If we look at a tactical view, you can see, roughly speaking, both sides have similar numbers of units. So this has just been a meat grinder, a very even match between the two sides, which is cool. And I definitely think the samurai, one good thing that they're doing is that they're cycle charging so effectively. Here comes another cycle charge as we speak. They're really using that charge bonus to help them out, because they can't go toe-to-toe with the knights, who are perfectly skilled with this like close quarter front line kind of combat. Heavy armor. But yeah, this is getting intense. And the samurai are doing everything they can, but the knights are making a breakthrough here. We got more Teutonic Knights. Let's see how many kills. They got 69 kills. Giggity. They have a lot of kills, and they're pushing through in the back lines, and this is becoming an issue for the samurai. And now the final reserves are moving up to the fight to try to keep back the unwavering wave of Teutonic Knights. I just want to zoom in and get some more cinematic kills. Oh, yeah, there we go. Samurai got a kill there. Try not to move around too much here. Let's see what happens. Oh! Oh! They're striking. Oh! Nice! Dude, he killed a Teutonic Knight. How many people can say that? Not many. Not many. So, the samurai falls there. Wait, these aren't even, these are Yari Ashigaru, but you get what I'm saying. This is so great. This is so stupid and so amazing at the same time. Now we got an epic battle here between some trained swordsmen against these samurai. But the samurai it just looks like they're getting cut down so easily. But here comes a charge of a fresh unit. Oh! Nice. Got archers in the back there firing away. Oh! Samurai stood no chance. Oh, there's another one. This is great. Oh, the samurai strike back. They charge their spear right into the eye slots there, the slits, the eye slots, slits. Anyways, really cool stuff. It's cool to see these guys in action. So let's zoom out again. Let's see what the Teutonic have in reserve. They still have a lot of Teutonic Knights. 4 units of Teutonic Knights have seen any action. They have not seen any action, so yeah, this is going to be a tough one for the samurai. I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying it's an uphill battle. We're down to the last 8 minutes of this battle replay. So we're getting down to the wire here. There we go. They did a good job here flanking around these Grandmaster Honor Guard, which have 129 kills. Oh, look at them fight, though. Just gonna appreciate the battle. Just gonna appreciate these two legendary units fight each other. But it seems like even with the cycle charging, even with the constant cycling in and out of fresh troops. The samurai. Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. We've got Naginata riders charging out, trying to do some damage. This is a must. They have to do this. So let's get a nice cinematic. Look at these Naginata looking for weak targets, but they're all lined up. Oh, are they about to clash? Are they about to clash here? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ah. A clash of knights and samurai. Or Naginata. So the Naginata, they're considered... They're a heavy melee cav. Oh, they're crushing those inner circle champions. This unit is crushing right now. Oh my goodness. So they need to keep it up. This might be an answer to their victories, using this cav and racking up some kills. Because the main battle against the infantry, it's slugging. It's looking rough. Now we got Naginata spears. A general unit for one of the samurai. And they certainly help out. And, oh, a nice little skirmish follow up there. We've got a small unit of samurai or Japanese holding back the knights. Archers are now being protected by the Teutonic Knights over here. Just opening fire and getting some good hits on them. Man. That's crazy. Oh, and then we've got a big cav battle here. These Naginata starting to lose some troops. They're down to 54 and they're taking on 47 inner circle champions. Oh, but then here comes some help. Yeah, I think the Naginata are caught out, even though they're a very deadly cav. Unfortunately, they're going to get overwhelmed here, and they're going to die and float on the battlefield. Just floating. You know how it be. You know when you die and you just levitate up a little bit? So, yeah. But the Naginata, unfortunately, are going to meet their demise. That's unfortunate. I think you should have tried to, you know, keep them alive. But maybe they should have brought more cav. I think that would have helped them out a lot. Probably could have snuck up on these archers here. But what are you going to do? You know, it's a samurai versus knight battle. You know what I mean? Like... Oh. 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 He sliced him open with using the force. Oh, man. Another one dies the same way. Yeah. These samurai units are falling quick, and they're just trying... Okay, the Teutonic Knights are now moved up, and this is it. This is the final reserve for the Crusaders, which I definitely think they're going to need these troops to try to win this battle. But we're looking at what's left of the samurai, and it's just not looking like it's going to happen. I think the samurai, they should have a lot of skirmish ambush abilities, like vanguard, being able to spawn outside the deployment zone. I think you got to get really creative with the samurai, especially against a unit or a faction like the Teutonic Order. The Sashimi Samurai got heavy melee infantry trying to cycle in and out with what they have left. And they're pretty much down to a few handful of elite soldiers. What about the Scorpion? Ooh, 218 kills. What an angle. What a position. This is weird. Like, how are they getting any good hits here? I guess they're just firing over the hill and it's going into the Knights. But I assume that Scorpion is out of ammo. Oof. Oof. Nice. Very nice. And now we got Teutonic Knights. They're fighting the good fight. We got Grandmaster Honor Guard. They are fresh, ready to go. They've lost a couple troops, but they haven't killed anyone yet. So they must have been hit by archer fire, artillery, or something. Oh, good little jabby throw there. We're down to the last 2 minutes of the battle, and I just don't see a way. Yeah, I don't see a way the samurai are going to win this one. They just don't have enough troops. And, you know, keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, these factions are not balanced and not exactly, you know, it's not going to be the most competitive matches, but it's certainly fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle nonetheless. It's just goofy to see knights take on samurai. Oh, nice. Very cool. So, I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is this what you think would happen in a situation like this, where the knights, an army of knights and Teutonic are taking on an army, a clan from, you know, feudal Japan? Would the knights dominate and crush the samurai? Or realistically, would the samurai overwhelm the knights? Something I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Is this outcome true? Or is this just propaganda? I'm sure a lot of you anime fans are quite upset right now. So this is the last unit of samurai fighting to the bitter end. And there you go, guys. That is the battle. And the samurai now flee and bring shame. This is a shameful display, you know? Good old Shogun 2. But yeah, so let's end the battle replay and look at what we got here. Well, that certainly doesn't help that they were outnumbered 2 to 3. So that might be something to consider why they struggled. For some reason, I thought this was a 2v2. But look at the unit icons that they used here. But still, nonetheless, look how many kills the samurai have here. Yeah, so this is cool. This was a fun battle. I think this was sent in by Vano92397 or maybe Reaper King. Nonetheless, thank you to all the players. Thank you for submitting in this battle replay. This was awesome. It's not a super serious replay in terms of like strategic competitiveness or just like, you know, how competitive it was. But nonetheless, it was fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, that's what we'll end here. Check out the mod. I have links to the mod in the video description. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.